Hello, everybody. Welcome in. My name is Todd. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you're excited as I am. We have 5 amazing member-requested videos for you today. These are all member-requested, as I said, off of toddreacts.com. Tiers before you are the requesting tiers. Go ahead and check those out. You can literally control the stream and guide the stream, whatever you want to call it. So go ahead and check it out and lead us in a good direction. I don't know. There's my advice. All right. We do have a queue on the website as well, so you can actually check out what videos have already been requested that we will be reacting to in the future here, near future. So you can scroll through there, see what's on there. And obviously, if you don't see something you want to see on there, just scroll to the bottom of the page. You can sign up that way and then add your name and your request to the list. It's that easy. That easy indeed. All right. And, of course, check out the YouTube channel, Todd Reacts. Over 14,900 of you have already subscribed. I appreciate it greatly. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you're logged in, of course. Over 1,200 videos in the backlog, and we do have a ton of different playlists. So if you're looking for something specific and I've reacted to it, chances are you'll find it. So check that out. And last but certainly not least, especially today, the one and only Todd Reacts server on Discord. We will actually be doing our monthly Discord stream tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow morning, for me at least. And it'll be directly to the Discord. I'm sorry. I'm like exhausted right now. For some reason, as soon as I close the work laptop, the entire week just kind of just landed on me. I don't know what's going on. I felt like taking a nap. I'm like, what's going on? I have to stream. This is not working. So I've literally been chugging tea to try to wake up. What is happening? But anyway, we do have the Discord stream tomorrow. So check that out. All you have to do is join. It's free to join. Look for the link. It's everywhere. It's on the website. It's on the YouTube channel. It's on the Twitch profile. Literally everywhere. And you can join us in there tomorrow. You'll get the invite that it's started, and then you just join the room, and then we will be doing this basically, but via Discord. Then it goes on toddreacts.com for members for about a month, and then afterwards, when we do the next month, it'll get posted to YouTube. So that means you're getting another stream upload to YouTube tomorrow, and that was last month's stream. So go ahead and look forward to that. Another reason to subscribe, of course. So join us in there. It's going to be a lot of fun, of course, as always. So like I said, we have 5 amazing member-requested videos for you today. It's going to start off with Dancing with the Stars, Bindi, and Derek. All the Way Tribute number 2 is the title. And then we have Weak Hero Class 2 TikTok compilation. We've checked that out recently. It's been very interesting. If you enjoy fight scenes and choreography and I don't even I was going to say coming of age story, but I haven't really gotten much of that, honestly. It's mostly been just the fight scenes. But other than that, after that, we have Off-Campus TikTok compilation. I believe this is the first time I've reacted to Off-Campus, so this would be very interesting. I've heard a lot about it. Well, actually, I take that back. I've seen a lot about it. Like, you know, the name, the title, maybe some of the people. I haven't actually heard much about it, like the show itself. You know what I have heard is it's basically the straight version of Heated Rivalry, which is hilarious because after that, we do have 2 Heated Rivalry videos back to back. So it's kind of fitting. It's a very hockey-heavy stream. So if you're into the sport, you're definitely going to love this. If you're not, and you just love romance, you're going to love this as well. So, we got Shane and Ilya in back-to-back videos to wrap up the stream. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are as well. Thanks for being here. If you're joining live, shout out to you. If you're watching later on YouTube, I appreciate you very, very much. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's get over that 15,000. Let's do it. We've been flirting with it. We've been flirting heavily with that 15,000. At this point, I think it's teasing. It's just teasing. But let's get over that. I know we can do it. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the first video, shall we? And of course, if you're new here, we check out some articles afterwards of the videos, so we add a little context. So for the most part, not a lot of context in a lot of these videos, so we kind of fill in the gaps, educate myself, maybe educate you as well, which is fun. Timestamps will be available down below in the video description on YouTube, of course, as always. All right, Bindi and Derek, All the Way tribute number 2. I've reacted to Dancing with the Stars a couple of times previously with her brother, Robert Irwin, obviously from the Irwin family. Steve Irwin, Terry Irwin run the Australian Zoo. Unfortunately, Steve passed away in 2006, I want to say at this point. Like, it's been a minute. It has been a minute. Gosh, it seems like yesterday, but yeah, it's been 20 years. Good grief. Not the crikey.
First time I saw you, I knew right away. Made up my mind you would be mine someday. You know I need you, so don't turn away. 'Cause at the end of the day, I'll be alright. Still I'm praying that you change your mind. I'll be okay. 'Cause you'll come around eventually. Hey, hey, hey. When I love someone, I'm loving all the way. Hey, hey, hey. You know I'm the one to take you all the way.
You definitely have to work your back end off, right, to be able to do this. But also the professional dancer, the one that's doing a lot of the heavy lifting, you got to give them so much credit, because I assume it would not be easy to try to teach a beginner or novice or whatever all these moves that they've been working on for years and the skills needed to pull off the moves. Like, that is a lot of teaching and patience. A lot of patience. Some of us have it, some of us don't.
I know you're hoping, but just let it go. 'Cause I just won't stand to watch you walk alone. And don't be afraid, you're not on your own. As long as you know we'll be alright. Still I'm praying that you change your mind. I'll be okay. Be okay. 'Cause you'll come around eventually. Hey, hey, hey. When I love someone, I'm loving all the way. Hey, hey, hey. You know I'm the one to take you all the way.
You guys about
I was like, yeah, you deserve it, you know?
I miss you the best.
I told you when I love someone, I love them all the way. Hey, 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 hey. You know I'm the one to take you all the way. Hey, hey, hey. When I love someone, I love them
Very fitting, considering the fact that they won.
And honestly, like, I said it earlier today, but like, I love this girl. Like, I love her genuinely. So I'm just I love her.
Love you too.
And when I say my family, it includes Derek. I mean, honestly, because you are my family.
I love
That
this girl.
move.
And crikey!
That move was incredible. Holy crap. I'm not exactly a dance aficionado, but Even I can tell that last move was pretty intense. Link down below in the YouTube video description. That's the word. That's the word I was looking for. YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. Also check out their channel. They might have other videos that might interest you. And if it really interests you, maybe you want to request it for stream. Just saying, just throwing it out there. All right, let's bring up some information on Bindi and Derek. Obviously, we know the general arcing story of her life. Australian conservationist, zookeeper, actress, TV personality, daughter of Steve and Terry. Rest in peace, Steve. Serves as CEO of Australia Zoo. Hosted the children's wildlife documentary series Bindi the Jungle Girl. Excuse me. That was right after, I believe that was right after Steve unfortunately passed on, 2007 to 2008, for which she became the youngest performer to win a Daytime Emmy Award, winning for Outstanding Performer in Children's Programming. She also won the 21st season of Dancing with the Stars, with Derek, of course. Alongside her mother and younger brother, Irwin starred in the Animal Planet series Crikey, It's the Irwins, 2018 to 2022. 27 years old, turning 28 in a couple days, couple weeks, literally 2 weeks. So Robert won, Bindi won. Is Terry going to win? Just throwing it out there. I don't know. Her father, Steve, of course, was 2006. Oh my gosh, it's been 20 years. That's crazy. Crazy how fast time is going. Oh my gosh. I used to have one of those bracelets, you know, when those rubber bracelets were in, the Live Strong bracelets, and I had the Wildlife Warriors bracelet, which donated to the Australian Zoo right after Steve's unfortunate death. Owned and operated Australia Zoo with his wife Terry, an American naturalist from Eugene, Oregon. Irwin was 8 when her father was killed by the stingray. Never looked at a stingray the same way since. Honestly, I kind of despise them. I saw one at a local zoo, and I'm like, I don't even want to get near that thing. I know that nothing's going to happen, but nah. Nope, they took out my boy Steve. Not a fan. Not a fan. While filming an underwater documentary, she was homeschooled at Australia Zoo for the majority of her education. 2014, she enrolled in the Queensland East Coast and completed a Certificate 3 in Business and Tourism. 2021, Irwin claimed that her paternal grandfather, naturalist Bob Irwin, was psychologically abusive and had shown no interest in spending time with her or her family. He denied the accusations through his biographer, Amanda French, not long after. Interesting. She's been married since 2020. Yeah, I remember her like this, honestly. It's kind of crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember them as little kids on, the TV show and whatnot. Oh, crazy. I think that probably I don't know what makes me feel older, seeing people that I remember as kids no longer be kids, or seeing actors or people that, I used to think of as, oh, look, they're just adults, they're adults, they're old, and then seeing them actually old and going, uh-oh, if they look that old, what do I look like? I just remember, being a kid and looking at, I don't know who, enter a name here, and now I look at them and I'm like, oh my God, what happened? And I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, I've gotten older too. What the heck? What happened? Everything was going so well. And then age. American professional Latin and ballroom dancer Derek. Is it Huff? I think it is. Gotta be, right? like Julianne Hough. Choreographer, actor, singer, television personality from 2007 to 2016. Was a professional dancer on the Dancing with the Stars show, of course, winning the show record-breaking 6 times. Whoa. For his work, received 14 nominations for Primetime Emmy Awards. Holy crap. Winning 4. Later became a judge of the series, beginning with its 29th season. Also appeared on stage, appearing in the West End premiere of Footloose, the musical. Nice. Love that movie. 41 years old. 2017 to 2020, served as a judge on the NBC dance competition series World of Dance. Began hosting the show Extra, beginning in its 32nd season in 2025. Extra is basically a... what's a good way to say? It's basically the entertainment... Okay, so your nightly, like, national news, it's basically that, but it's the world of entertainment. So it's entertainment focused. Oh my God, it is Huff. Julianne Hough is literally his sister. Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah, it is. That's funny. Little world, tiny world, isn't it? Bindi Irwin wins Dancing with the Stars with performance dedicated to her father, 17-year-old. Wow. With dancing partner Derek. Triumphed in the finale on Tuesday night. Obviously, this is very old. Committed to keeping her... blah, 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 blah. This is just nonsense. Pair got a perfect score. Wow. For their final dance routine and brought audience members to tears. Thank you so much for everything. I can't believe I'm here. Thank you for changing my life, Bindi said. Steve died in 2006. First, they danced to a quick step to Dr. Bones by Cherry Poppin' Daddies. And then moved to a freestyle dance to Footprints in the Sand by Leona Lewis. In a video intro to the dance, Huff says, "It reminds me of where you're from and your dad always being there no matter what." Irwin said, "I've tried to just remember his strength, knowing that dad is kind of still with me." Yeah, well, hate to break it to you, but your dad is literally always a part of you. Literally in your blood. Irwin took to Instagram to share the last family photo. You know what? If you've ever lost a parent, it's really tough, obviously. And obviously, if you're a parent and losing a child, it's extremely tough. But from the child to parent, it's a little easier in the way that I've framed it basically like, you are a product of your parents, basically. So wherever you go, you take a piece of them with you. It's kind of a cheesy, way to think about it, but honestly, it's true. It is really true, and it's helped me tremendously. Irwin took to Instagram to share the last family photo taken before her father's death. It shows the crocodile hunter with his wife, Terry, her brother, Bob, holding a baby crocodile. Last photo ever taken of us as a family. The day before, I had to wave goodbye to my hero without knowing it would be the last time. But, Dad, I know you walk beside me always, and your strength lives within me. I love you, she said. Terry also tweeted a photo of her daughter sitting on Steve's shoulders. Honestly, my beautiful Bindi, your daddy was walking beside you all the way tonight. He loves you so much. Oh, that's sweet. That's very sweet. I wonder if it's still up. Oh, it is. Look at that. 554 weeks ago. That's crazy. Oh, my gosh. Last photo ever taken of us. Dang. Oh, that's awesome. That's precious right there. That is really, really sweet. everything that happened backstage after Bindi and Derek won Dancing with the Stars. It's just so special with Bindi, he told reporters, Derek, she's a champion for life. She's a champion of life and for life. Bindi shared the sentiment, telling those in the ballroom that she gained another brother in Derek in case you needed further proof that the two are friends for life. Consider this. Derek's hopping on a plane to Australia in a couple weeks to tackle crocodiles and get my official khakis. Quote, that's not a thing I would change about this. There's not a thing I would change about this season. There's not a week I would change, a dance I would change. And that was very calming, very peaceful feeling. The show is a completely different show than the first time I won. And to win at this level and the standard that the show has been raised to has been incredible. That is quite the trophy there. Quote, can't wait to get back to all the animals, continue all the conservation work, and carry on in my dad's footsteps. There you go. Very nice, very sweet. Oh, man. Anything about that family is just adorable. Like, they truly are kind of a world-class, just beautiful family that a lot of people have enjoyed, you know, getting to know over the years. And when Steve was alive, just took the world by storm. He was on all our late-night shows, and he would bring animals sometimes, and just preaching a very good message to the world, which was, honestly, I mean, it was being preached, of course, by other organizations and whatnot, but he was a international superstar just for his passion and his love and all that stuff. And yes, his khakis. It was quite amazing. And his shows were super entertaining, truly amazing. During Robert's season, you could see Bindi run to hug Derek a lot. It was so adorable. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. That's very adorable. Yeah, that whole family is just amazing. It's been quite fun to, obviously tragic as well, but it's been quite fun to get to know them and just, you know, keep up with them every once in a while. Really awesome. As far as Dancing with the Stars, if you enjoy that show, I am happy for you. I'm glad that there's a show like that around, considering the fact that, I don't know, dancing professionally doesn't get a lot of spotlight. So before that, I can't even think of one thing that kind of highlighted it, other than, you know, movies like Footloose and stuff like that, where it was kind of dance heavy. So I'm glad it's around. It's very cool. It gives people a little insight into the world of the tango and, you know, whatnot. Like, I barely know names. Like, I'm clearly out of my depths. But, yeah, I'm glad it's around. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it makes sense, right? We have American Idol or X Factor or whatever or The Voice for singing, or Masked Singer or whatever. So it makes sense that we would have some shows for dance as well. And I do remember a show called So You Think You Can Dance or something like that. That was also a thing. So yeah, it's good that there's balance in the force, if you will. All right, let's move on to Week Hero Class 2 TikTok compilation. Jump into this. People really loved the first season. Second season didn't fare as well in the reviews, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly, people said it kind of lost some of the initial charm that the first season had, but a lot of people still enjoyed it. So we'll check it out. And obviously, we'll go over some articles afterwards.
근데 씨부레 애들 뭐 거의 다 병신 만들어놨다는 거지. 이 아령으로 대가리 찢고 가위로 모가지 찢고.
Quite a tone shift on this one. No worries, Luke. Thanks for being here. I've been chugging tea to try to shake my brain loose.
서 팀장님, 다 왔어요?
Fuck me cause they want my cutty. Ready, I'm smoking dope like a kick. I'm French bitch, now they get ready. When I close my eyes, you're standing there in front of me. When I close my eyes, it's almost like it used to be. Then I realize you're just a ghost, maybe at most a fragment of my mind. When I close my eyes.
야! 나 왔잖아! 여기 전학생 왔다.
As someone who is a new student, not a transfer student, but I moved into a new school just by product of moving, that initial day or initial week is just so awkward. It is very awkward. You can feel everybody staring at you. And part of me is like, is that just your brain like playing that trick where you think everybody's looking at you and judging you and really they're not. They're busy in other stuff. But no, you will notice people looking at you, trying to figure you out. And it's very strange. If you're, an introvert or shy or anything like that, like me, it was absolutely brutal. I hated it. I hated it so much. I just wanted to fade into the walls. Like it was too much. Way too much. People asking you questions constantly, trying to figure out, oh, you're the new kid, right? And it's just like, yeah, I guess I'm that. Especially if you haven't done it before, it is crazy. Although I will say there's a little positive nature of it in the fact that you can literally start over. Nobody knows you. You can be who you want to be.
뭐라 그랬냐? 다시 짓거려봐.
넌 씨발 밥도 없었으면은
너 전에
That
학교에서
was
하나
close.
죽였다며. 아니야? 그 뭐 죽은 게 아니라 병신 만들었다고 했나? 개새끼가 남 인생 조져놓고 착한 척하고 지랄이야. 나 가식적인 새끼가. 나도 감길 것 같아?
내가 그 만화 아직 못 봐가지고
의준, 괜찮아?
싸워버렸어. 괜찮냐? 미안해. 귀엽네.
금시초문인데요.
야 금초심 중신아 금초심은
병신아 금초심.
아 진짜 IQ 99세기 대가리 뭐가 들었냐
저 병신.
야야 시끄럽고.
You're the only friend I need. We share romance like little kids. And laugh until our ribs get tough.
이 새끼 시간이 못해. 시간이 못해.
만나서 반가워. 나 금성재. 이 씨발아.
비겁하지 않으려면 어떻게 해야 되는지.
유턴제 3법칙 알아? 작용이 없으면 반작용도 없는 거야. 뭐냐? 습격인가?
어제는 내가 미안. 이상한 소리를 한 것도 하는 것도.
나도 미안.
뭐?
나도 어제 미안했다고.
내가 진짜 존나 미안한.
Oh my gosh, no. Oh, that's brutal.
소스 잘안 지워지는데.
준대요. 시현이 옆에 있는 젓가락 다 치워지. 막 젓가락 같은 걸로 막 찌르고 이러는 거야. 시현 배쳐. 실수야 실수.
Take the chopstick out of his hand. That will become a weapon.
아이 브라더들. 뭐야 공부하는 중이야? 그만 괴롭혀 시현이 공부하잖아 새끼야.
The boys.
다 까먹고 있었거든. 친구가 있으면 좋다는 거. 웃으면 좋다는 거.
True. Fact check, true. If you're not laughing a majority of the time, what are you doing?
그게 그러니까
What are you doing?
연합이라고.
Every once in a while, those lyrics just catch me completely off guard. Like, what? What does that have to do with this clip?
어이구. 이거 나 찌르려고?
yes, that looks like it was going to be the case.
근데 나랑 놀다가 좀 다쳤어. 다 그렇게 만든 새끼 싹 다 죽일 걸 싶기도 하고.
Feels like we had matching wounds, but mine's still black and bruised, and yours is perfectly fine.
근데 이건 나중에 알았는데.
고현탁은 잘 지내?
진짜 힘든 건 나 때문에 그렇게 됐다라는 생각 때문이더라고.
개새끼가 남 인생 조져놓고 착한 척하고 지랄이야.
너 뭐야? 한수호병원 근처에도 나타나면 니를 다 죽일 거야. 넌 죽어야겠다.
I mean, I really like my new friends. But it's not the same.
I don't think it ever will be.
That's the tragedy of growing up, isn't it? Never quite hits the same. It's one of the unfortunate cruelties of getting older and leaving school and whatnot is that you realize just how good it was if
사이에 고탁이 또
Okay.
있는 거고요.
within reason.
고현탁은 잘 지내?
How good it was to have
어떻게 보면
friends
질투의 관계
just be a part of your everyday life. You know? Like mandatory hanging out with friends 7 hours a day or whatever. Then you get older and you realize, you know, most of it just stays in a group chat or text messages, and people are busy. People get families. People have kids.
재밌어.
Time to hang out is very minimal.
싸워버렸어. 미안해.
왜 이거는 내 대가리 깨게?
How does he know? Wow. Dude's the MacGyver of weapons.
좀 작아.
괜찮아?
좀 작아.
괜찮아?
우리도 좋았는데. 근데 그거 알아? 어차피 다 소용없는 거. 결국 다 우리처럼 될 텐데.
변수를 제거하면 훨씬 빨라.
He goes to the pen a lot.
무서워?
Weapon of choice. Pen.
I have a friend who sits at the corner lot selling pills to the girls when they cross the block. I told him he should quit that sketchy scene. He said nothing compares to the fever dream. It's what I do. I wait for you.
My name is Brutus and my name means heavy. So with the heavy heart, I'll dive in a stagger into the heart of my enemy. My whole life you were a teacher and friend to me. Please know my actions are not motivated only by envy. I too have a destiny. This death will be hard. The people will speak of this day from near and afar. This event will be history, and I'll be great too. I don't want what you had, I wanna be you.
내가 졌다 빈지다. 어? 네가 원하는 게 이거잖아. 내가 너한테 졌다. 네 미치다. 그런 거 아니야? 내가 원하는 거. 바꾸면 나 아직 너 친구로 생각해. 오늘 이거 어쩌다 이렇게 됐냐?
Probably went through some stuff. Let's be real.
I think I really like haters that don't really like cause they can never ever be
다 했지.
Ooh wee.
but have you ever met Jenny? It's Jenny. But have you ever met
늦어서 미안해. 너가 나한테 가르쳐줬던 거 다 까먹고 있었거든. 친구가 있으면 좋다는 거, 웃으면 좋다는 거, 너가 나한테 해줬던 것들. 나도 애들한테 해보려고. 내가 이번에 정확히 알았는데 너랑 나랑은 존나 안 맞아. 제발 앞으로 연락하지 말고 서로 모른 척하면서 살자. 백신아, 내가 미안하다. 근데 너도 나한테 미안해. 근데 네가 존나 싫어. 난 1초까지 아니 씨발 새끼야. 내가 부탁했잖아. 쳐보지 마.
Okay. Pretty brutal.
준영이 형이랑 액션 씬을 찍는 날에는 항상 긴장을 했어요. 주먹이 엄청 말라가지고 형이 좀 가까이 넣어야 되는데 주먹을 진짜 바람 소리가 난다니까.
싸워본 사람만 알아. 환타기도 열심히 싸우는데
느꼈지?
너무 무서웠어요.
Sometimes you gotta let them know. Let them hear the wind.
부탁도 나도 너 병원에 친구 만나러 가는 거라 내 생각에는 너 때문 아닌 것 같아서
너도 좀 그렇지 않았어?
이번에 발등 막 이렇게 좋은 날 찍었을 때 그때 무슨 화상풍 주사를 맞았거든.
Ow. I don't know how you continue fighting after that. I would be out. I would be done. I wouldn't even begin, but I'd be done.
왜 말려? 다 너한테 된 건데.
야, 백진아, 너 많이 늘었다. 근데 이러라고 가르쳐준 게 아닌데.
I've waited many years. Every print I left upon the track has led me here. And couldn't really love you anymore. You've become my ceiling. I don't think I love you anymore. That gold mine changed you. You don't have to hold me anymore. Our caves collapsing. I don't wanna be me anymore. Softer, harder, in between. You know just how to get to me. He is stable, you are deep. I know just how to get what I need. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. Lord, I'm one. Lord, I'm two. Lord, I'm three. Lord, I'm four. Lord, I'm 500 miles from my home.
너에 대해 온전히 알고 있는 후민이가 유일한 친구라고 생각하니까. 근데 바쿠도 널 친구라고 생각할까? 네가 존나 싫어.
But I love you. I'm bad at keeping my emotions bubbled. We're good at being perfect. We're good at being troubled. Yeah. Girl, you fucking with my.
Door 1, you take your own life. Door 2, accept your fate. Or door 3, you risk it.
왜? 말로는 잘만 떠들더니 막상 붙으려니까 후달려? 지금 여기서 떠들고 있는 건 너밖에 없는데.
That'll do it.
근데 나를
Oh my
믿어도
gosh.
존나
What the heck?
다 그렇게 많은 새끼 싹 다 죽일까 싶기도 하고.
야, 그만해 이 새끼야. 그만해.
Appreciate the follow. Thanks so much. That is wild. Dude's like, I'm gonna give you a limp. Good grief.
I walk in a spot and I know it's wagon chains swinging. I get a shawty, she tryna get active. Stay in the spotlight, showing my fashion. She in my hotline, I be too flashy. Wagon chains swinging. I get a shawty, she tryna get active. Stay in the spotlight, showing my fashion. She in my hotline, I be too flashy.
There's just no time to die.
Ankle punching is going to stay in my head for probably a couple videos at this point. that was nuts.
백신아, 내가 미안하다. 근데 너도 나한테 미안해라.
마음에 걸리잖아. 다 백지.
Tough to tell.
어디 나오셨어요? 맛있게 드세요.
Okay.
나백진은 사라졌다는 소문이 돌았다. 나백진이 어디로 갔는지는 아무도 알지 못했다. 나백진은 틀렸던 문제를 다시 틀리지 않을 수 있을까?
잘 살았냐?
It's the equivalent of fine.
친구들은 누구죠? 친구들.
보기 좋네.
Past Algebrook Road, I'm over the bridge. A minute from home, but I feel so far from it. The depth of my between villages, and everything's still.
Man, not my own video getting recommended to me. Come on now. Amazing. Wow. Brutal at times, but also very, thought-provoking. Unbelievable amount of emotional weight to have to carry some of that. Yikes. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw out some much-deserved love. Also check out their channel. They might have other videos that might interest you. You never know. Let's go ahead and pull up some information on Weak Hero Class 2. Actor Lee Jun-young announces his military enlistment. This was just last month. South Korean actor Lee Jun-young has announced that he will be enlisting for military service, best known for his roles in Weak Hero Class 2 and Brave Citizen, among others. He posted on Instagram, quote, "Good afternoon. This is Jun-young Lee. I've been thinking about where to start the story for months and thinking again and again. This is how I started writing myself. I'm writing it for the 10th time, but by now you'll be getting ready to sleep after watching episode 6 of Chairman Kang for the new employees. Thank you for tuning in today. I'd rather tell you in person than give you the news through an article. I left a post like this because I think it would be good. Never thought I'd be bringing the news out of my mouth." Said, "I will be enlisting this coming July 21st, so a couple weeks from now. Until you know your enlistment date, you'll be like, what's the big deal? It's just going away. I've been thinking about it, but after accepting the last date, I'm thinking a lot. Also on how to break this news to teachers first. I've been thinking a lot. I'm going down one letter like this. My heart seems to be lightening up a little, though. Be healthy, and I will come back well. Until the day I greet you again. Be healthy and happy in your own places. Sincerely hope you have a meaningful time. Thank you for your constant care and support. Thank you for reading that lengthy post. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year ×2. That's smart. Get them in early, Get them in early. It's good to go. Love that. Live action Weak Hero producer warns of casting scams amid season 3 rumors. Interesting. Yes, I am using an ad blocker. Correct. Production company Playlist Studio had issued a warning about individuals impersonating casting staff for the live-action Weak Hero series' possible 3rd season following reports of fraudulent approaches circulating online. I see this a lot. I don't know if you do as well when you're on social media and then all of a sudden you get an ad for open casting. I'm trying to think which one it was that I was seeing a lot of. It was I saw a lot for the Bear final season. I saw ads. Who knows if it's anything remotely real? Probably not. But I think it was something like Walking Dead related, but very strange. Very strange. I was just like, this has got to be BS. It's like, there's no way they just have a casting call that's just going out randomly. An official statement shared via social media, company said, excuse me, that had identified cases of people falsely claiming to be responsible for casting Weak Hero Class 3. Quote, "We are not conducting any street casting at this time," adding that such approaches are unrelated to the company and urging the public not to respond. Playlist Studio also asked anyone who has encountered similar incidents or suffered damage to report them through official channels. Recent posts online, communities, and social media had claimed that individuals were being street cast for Weak Hero Class 3, often accompanied by unverified photos. While some fans expressed excitement, obviously, over a potential new season, others questioned the legitimacy of such casting methods. The original series, based on the webtoon of the same name, debuted its first season, Class 1, obviously, in 2022. Netflix on March 2025. And then obviously Weak Hero Class 2. No official plans for 3 have been confirmed. 2 is currently available on Netflix. English version of the Weak Hero webtoon is available on Webtoon. No way. You're telling me the English version of Weak Hero is available on Webtoon is available on Webtoon? No. Absolutely not. Mind-blowing. Letterboxd can't stop rating Netflix's best K-action series, and its 112 million plus viewed hours prove why. This was published in January. Didn't become a hit overnight. When the Korean high school action series first premiered in 2022, it lived mostly on the margins. Passed through fan recommendations, social clips, word of mouth, of course. But now that the show has found a second life on Netflix, as they do, right? If it gets posted to Netflix, it could just have a revival, which is what I used to watch Suits on the USA Network show here in the U.S., and it had been over for years, absolute years. And then it published to Netflix, and it was like the #1 show forever. And I was just like, wait, people are just now watching this? I'd been watching it for like years, and it's been off the air for, I think, a couple at least. It was very strange. I was just like, what? Why are we talking about Suits? Suits was years ago, folks. But it becomes available on Netflix, and they have, what is it, over 50 million subscribers or something like that? A huge number. Since Weak Hero Class 2 arrived on the platform, the series has pulled in more than 112 million hours viewed. While Letterboxd users continue to rate it as one of Netflix's strongest K-action titles, the attention isn't coming from hype alone. Earns its following by being sharp, uncomfortable, honestly, unusually honest about how violence actually works in environments built to ignore it. What it's about. We've done this before, but we'll just briefly go over it if you haven't seen it before. The story follows a quiet, high-achieving student, keeps to himself, spends most of the time studying. He's small, tired, and visibly overworked. Easy target in a school where bullying isn't occasional, but constant. Didn't fight back because he wants power. He's constantly subjected to harassment and therefore reacts violently as a result of snapping. He does not rely on brute strength when he snaps. He relies on his ability to react quickly, aka grabbing pens, to utilize the surrounding area, take advantage of the fact that the aggressor will only think about what they're currently doing. The combination of this leads him to snap and unable to stop himself from doing anything about it. Yeah. So it's very much, if you ever seen like the Sherlock movies or whatever with Robert Downey Jr., very similar, where he's just like constantly thinking of the scenarios or whatever, and then he acts it out. First season of K-drama tells the story of how his relationship with An, a talented martial artist and very loyal friend, and Bohm, a wealthy student who is being abused at home, develops into a beautiful yet fragile friendship, which falls apart due to betrayal and ends with a very violent finale that has long-term consequences, as we saw in the hospital. The series also makes a point of showing how little help adults offer. Educators resolve conflicts without changing the environment in which students fight. Therefore, many educational institutions focus on image rather than student safety. The parents of these students either do not have the time or cannot be present when needed, thus allowing their children to continue to be placed in an unsafe area where there is no quality assurance for the student population. Students will seek anything to fill the void, ultimately finding themselves in a downward spiral of consequence. Yeah, that is unfortunate, as we've gone over before. It's really tough, because obviously the students can be brutal, right? Can be brutal online, they can be brutal verbally, they can be brutal physically, of course. And educators, I mean, there's only so much they can do, right? They can't, take care of the situation themselves, quote unquote, if you know what I mean. Best they can do is probably tell parents, suspend, expel, Expel would probably be the best option. Just although you're not really fixing the problem, you're just moving the problem from one school to another. So that's not a permanent fix, more of a temporary. But I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because you're like, you want to protect the students from the bully, but then you don't also want to unleash the bully on other students by expelling them to a different school, and then they go to the other school, and then just start bullying those kids, and it's tough. I know they have behavioral schools. I don't know if those are available everywhere, but I do know they have behavioral schools for kids who, what's a nice way to put it? What's a nice way to put it? Are unfortunately aggressive and untamable, if you will. What's going on, Willow? Welcome in. So yeah, maybe that's an option. Breaking down the intense ending of Weak Hero Class 2. Class 1 ends at the beginning of the webtoon, that is. The final scene of the coming-of-age action drama's first season is the first scene of its source material. Interesting. Weak Hero Class 2, which releases on Netflix today. Obviously, this was written when it was. Entirety a month after the first season arrived on the streamer to focus on the main plot of the webtoon without losing the complexity or weight of the past. Let's break down the major plot points. New friends, obviously. Riddled with trauma, but he still wants to make new friends. I was curious if that would actually be possible for him emotionally. At the start of the season, Juntae has been coerced into acting as the bully's errand boy. He initially steals the students' phones. Oh man, that's brutal. But is inspired by Seoon to stand up for himself and others. Juntae's not a good fighter, but he's got skills. Quote, he knows how to take a punch and not to make it feel too hurtful. While he might not be a good physical fighter, I think he has his own means in helping out in a fight in a bigger sense. Much of it's concerned with the formation of the new friend group, obviously. It takes place within the violent pressures of the Union, run by teen Na. Brilliant and ruthless is also almost impossible to beat in a fight. Well, there you go. Wanted to emphasize strong dramatic elements within the story. To do so, the build-up of the characters' relationships had to be done well. And the basic setting had to be well established. Thematically, the fractured friendship works well in the story. There's so much about the joys of friendship and the pain of a camaraderie betrayed. In the final episode, it's revealed that Na has been donating the money he makes from his criminal consortium, to an orphanage. Wow. That's I was not expecting that. That's surprising. It's implied that he grew up there, as the woman who runs the place and accepts his donation seems to know him personally. She's worried about where he is getting the money. Interesting. Seoon's master plan builds to a massive showdown between the members of the Union and the student body. Two groups meet on a muddy basketball court and fight. The Union wins. The Yunjang will join the Union if the Union Union wins. Wait, what? I think one of these is supposed to be lose. If the Union wins, then Yunjang will join the Union. If the Union wins, I think they meant lose there. Then Na will disband the gang, leaving Yunjang in peace. Staging the final fight. It looks like in a car park. Like, that's pretty cool. Honestly, it's a great location for a fight. Very little lighting, so you can get away with a lot, right? But it also emphasizes a lot, too. You can play with the lighting very well. Interesting. Where's the editors? Good question. Good question. Can't afford them. No editors. That started happening when I was graduating university, is that a lot of the journalistic publications were firing editors. And basically you were either in charge of editing your own article or they would pass it on to another journalist to read it and then quickly edit if they could. But yeah, editors are few and far between at this point, which is crazy because editors are important. Like, they don't come up with any of the content, but they make it like flawless, like easier to read. They get rid of stuff that makes no sense. Obviously, they check on facts and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I've never understood the idea of getting rid of all the editors. Like, at least have one. Just saying. Just finished my Ticket to Heaven compilation. It's been requested. Nice. First compilation in like 8 months. Congratulations. That's awesome. Very, very cool. I feel like we need more editors than writers at this point. Probably, honestly. It feels like we're a little oversaturated with articles, just in general. There's way too many things wrong with articles these days. Yeah, it is. It's getting kind of crazy. And the fact that that was a large publication here in the U.S., Time Magazine, like that's big. That is a huge publication. So it's crazy to see that. It really is. That is pretty interesting. I was not expecting that, really. If it's a blog post, we can look past it. A major news organization, or well, maybe not news organization, but major publication, like that's crazy. All right, let's move on to the next. It is a first timer. I am looking forward to it. It is off campus. I believe it's on Prime Video. It released on Prime Video. It's about hockey. And that's about all I know. So I'm looking forward to it. Hope everybody else is as well. Hell, even in novels, hire and listen to your editors. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Talking to the amateur writers and people going to self-publish route. Yes. Yes. I thought about... is it raining right now? What's happening? I think it is. Yep, that's rain. I was like, what is that sound? It's very confusing. All of a sudden, it's just heavy. There'll be a lot more off-campus this month. Nice. A lot of people have requested it. Hope it's good. Hope it's good. Classic Prime Video series, coming of age, all that good stuff. Hopefully the hockey's good. No idea. Don't know how important it is to the story at all. But looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to it. All right, let's go ahead and bring it up and jump in. This is about a 15-minute compilation. Here we go.
No, but that just means we have to cling to the people who see us and smile. There has to be someone like that in your life, right?
Yeah, there is.
Eyes without a face. Eyes without a face.
Did you follow me?
I was here first.
Well, it's not my fault you won't leave me alone.
Well, it's not my fault you can't survive 2 seconds without sticking your dick in someone.
Oh.
No offense.
All good.
I take offense.
No one asked you.
They'll never be hung up like my man and me.
Sorry, not you. You're a sweetheart. And you're disgusting.
Time for you. Swear it's just right for you. Like this pussy designed for you. 10 out of 5 on you.
Doesn't get any better looking than that.
And he's single, ladies.
I'm gonna say some things. I haven't said any of this out loud before. Except to Hannah. But I think I need to. Okay.
I bet I'm wise man pulls his out, bad man pulls his fist. Young man shows his age, judgment and his sin. I bet I'm bad man don't exist.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Good man don't exist. Righteous man exists. I bet.
You shouldn't be. This is over. This needs to be over.
Ooh.
You know what's gonna be even better than me beating you?
What's that?
Every time you're loving me.
Beating you in front of that lying slut.
Yo. Yo. All right, this show's got a little edge to it.
Hey, you are everything.
Keep running in circles now. I've been losing myself somehow. Won't you hold me in the dark? Won't you hold me in the dark? Yeah.
Hannah, please. Everyone knows the girl who locked down Garrett Graham. No, I didn't lock him. I mean, we're...
She got rings covered in gold, fur coat and it's not even cold. Thrifted from her head to toe. She walks around like she's been there before.
Didn't take very long to get to the thirst traps.
Play my fake boyfriend to get Justin's attention?
I was waiting.
What do you want, Lucy?
Dean?
Oh.
Dean.
Instead of the cars, it's the hockey.
Same, bro.
I don't want to jinx it, you know? It's been renewed for a second season, apparently, but I don't want to jinx it.
Why don't you tell me what you think the song's about?
Like being in love with someone who doesn't see you?
So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over. If the high was worth the pain.
36 million viewers in 12 days.
Don't. Whoa. Just sit. Sorry, I just... It's over.
The winner takes it.
Same way Bridgerton is. Each book is a different couple. Ooh. Okay. Interesting.
You're not interested in me, and I'm not interested in a relationship.
So this arrangement is mutually beneficial. We had a plan. The plan worked. Yeah, I mean, I got you the grade.
And I got you the guy. I love you, Elsie.
I love you too.
Breaks too soon, 20 stitches in a hospital room. When you started crying, baby, I did too. But when the sun came up, I was looking at you. Remember when we couldn't take the heat?
characters were made before Heat of Rivalry. Interesting. I know people immediately were probably drawing a comparison. Very popular romance series way before most, honestly. First hockey romance to become big in the reading community.
Who is that? I don't know her personally, but I'm pretty sure that's J-Lo.
Oh my god! Wait, this is me!
J-Lo! I know. You know. I was in the car with you for 8 hours.
Yeah, it's only 8 episodes. That's not much to catch up on.
You taking me out?
No.
You sure?
I saw your face while I was out. I turned around and looked away.
That was a girl dressed as J-Lo. Dean's the blonde. They're also dumb when they're together. They share one brain cell.
So just go then, you go in, you go in. If I could wish for anything, you would all come back around. 'Cause if all
You blush whenever I come near you.
Get over yourself. I don't blush. I'm gonna kiss you.
Okay.
Am I blushing now?
Yeah. She got rings covered in gold, fur coat and it's not even cold. Thrifted from her head to toe. She walks around like she's been it before. All your rockets in the house tonight. Woo! Everybody just have a cool
Probably what I love most about hockey. It's beautiful sport, a lot of strategy, a lot of intensity,
I could face that
and
asshole
every once in a
100
while.
times and 100 fucking times, I would beat the shit out of him again.
Yeah, well, that scares me, Garrett. It scares me that you would risk everything for me when I'm telling you it's not what I want.
Now my dress feels way too tight.
Dean's the F-boy, yet also in the chat with Garrett, he tells him to make sure the girl is comfortable and interesting.
But they make up the ruin my night.
And now it's my turn. I'm gonna kiss you.
Okay.
Here, look at me! Hey, I got you. I got you. You were singing oh so good. This moment we were never meant to stay, but I was working on the world. I guess I thought that if I gave you what I had, I guess I thought that it would work. I never knew. You savage? Come on, baby. I will survive it all. Never recover.
So I guess this means our deal is officially over,
Forget me,
right?
but you always do.
Yeah, right.
Then say that you
Yeah, I mean, I got you the grade.
And I got you the guy.
in the back of my mind, I know I'm temporary. You're holding me for the night, for some pleasure. If that's all we are, no, I'll always be
Yes! I mean, come on, a house like this, a floor like that, a dress like mine. Come on.
Okay, I'll find the cup.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
What we said, but I was hoping.
Hey, no, Dean. You can't.
And yet, I am.
No, I mean, like, you have to complete the assignment.
Because why?
Because I did.
Shattering like glass, it's a breaking of my heart. Chasing the crew, I shouldn't be like my face is turning blue. I can't breathe without you here. The chains of my crew, I shouldn't be like.
No, you aren't. We aren't at all. But. Yeah.
So I'm patient, you're learning, pretend it's not hurting. Cause they say it's a virtue to not let good love slip away.
Sabe que tu corazón conmigo te hace bam bam. Sabe que esa beba está buscando de mi bam bam. Me pruebas de mi boca para ver cómo te sabe. Quiero ver cuánto amor a ti te cabe. Yo no tengo prisa, yo me quiero dar el viaje. Empezamos lento, después salvaje, pasito a pasito.
You have to take a risk. So what, I help you study and you play my fake boyfriend to get Justin's attention? Deal.
No, baby, this is not an illusion. I really got my heart out on my sleeve. Oh, baby, this is not an illusion. It's magic between you and me.
Couldn't be a show without a little heartbreak, right? Can't be all roses. Roses and gumdrops.
Just know what I'm playing, but I forgot. Felt good for a day, but that stopped. And I once saw clearly, but it's bloodshot. And I want you so badly that I close off. Like I thought we'd get married, but I guess not. Now you can
JJ and John B from
hit the wall.
Outer Banks, yeah.
When I'm in a crisis, can you keep a secret on your life? Where's the body? This is secret.
Circles now. I've been losing myself somehow. Won't you hold me in the dark? Won't you hold me in the dark? Yeah.
From strangers to friends, friends into lovers, and strangers again.
Remember my friend from high school? You're the friend. I always knew. I thought you'd tell me when you were ready. You're my favorite person ever. Right back at you, babe. 'Cause you're not just one thing, babe. You're everything. Never forget that. You are everything.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. It's only 8 episodes. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. I do love hockey. I think it's an amazing sport. Obviously, everybody knows at this point I enjoy I enjoy the coming of age. Well, I guess they're a little older. They're at university, so I guess it's less coming of age and more just young adults. So that's good. I enjoy that kind of content. So, seems about right up my alley, doesn't it? Link down below in YouTube video description for the original video. Go check it out. Throw it some love, all that good stuff. All right, let's pull up some much needed context of Off Campus. An American romantic drama for Amazon Prime Video, based off the Off Campus book series by L. Kennedy. Series premiered in May of this year. In February 26, ahead of the series premiere, is renewed for a second season. Love to see that. Love to see that. Oh my gosh. These are young 20-somethings, I guess, or 18 plus, right? I think it's important to know the context for some of the Hannah stuff. She was roofied and graped, in high school by the hockey dude that called her a not-so-nice name. Yeah, in the hockey game. That makes sense why he was beat up. Makes a lot of good sense. Yeah, that is, boy, that adds a lot of context. That is a very heated comment. That's crazy. Oof. All right. So there's some heavy conversations going on in this this show. Heavy topics. Set at the fictional campus of Briar University, four close-knit college hockey players navigate the complexities of adulthood, relationships, intimacy, to ultimately find their true love. Again, only 8 episodes. And what I really like is the fact that I don't recognize any of these names. Not a single one. Love that. Let's just read a little caption from the first episode. Just kind of give a little synopsis. Briar University hockey captain Garrett has been already drafted by the Boston Bruins, struggling in his philosophy class, needs a passing grade to continue playing. Hannah, music major and top student in the same class, is working as a janitor in the locker room when she accidentally walks in on Garrett nude in the showers. Oh my gosh. Embarrassed and flustered, she runs off, amusing Garrett. After noticing Hannah's A grade on a class essay, he recruits her to tutor him. Aware of her crush on classmate Justin, Garrett proposes to Hannah that they pretend to be a couple so that she can gain Justin's attention. After some initial reluctance on Hannah's part because of the distaste of hockey and some of Garrett's jock antics, the two agree on the deal. Okay, that's kind of a classic storyline. You help me, I'll help you kind of thing. It's classic. There's also Garrett's abusive dad. Definitely a trigger warning sort of show. Deals with DV as well. Ooh. He used to hit his mother who had cancer and died when Garrett was young, and also hit him and said he would change. And then as he's about to marry, G found bruises on his dad's new partner when he went to Thanksgiving with Hannah and then cut his father off for good. Yikes. Okay. Second season will be Dean and Allie's relationship. 36 million viewers in the first 12 days of streaming, making it the third most watched series launch in the streaming service's history. I wonder what the first is. It's probably Summer I Turned Pretty or something. Only debut series to ever outperform it have been Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, and Fallout. Okay, there you go. That means it's tracking above the Summer I Turned Pretty and Reacher and The Boys. Holy crap. Wow, I was not expecting that. Whoa, that's kind of crazy. Very interesting. Rotten Tomatoes holds a 91% approval rating on 33 critic reviews. Average rating of 7.7 out of 10. Critics' consensus reads, Off Campus thrives on titillation. I mean, it is university, right? And the deliberate excavation of relationship dynamics in a whirlwind romance novel adaptation that genuinely cares for the genre and all its pleasurable trappings. Okay. All right. Well, it's going there, I suppose. To be fair, I don't think The Summer I Turned Pretty got the reach until season 3 to the general public. That makes sense. Need a little word of mouth, maybe, to get going. Probably won't have to worry about cancellations. Also, their books have spin-offs. It's a huge universe. Whoa. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Metacritic is even 71 out of 100, so it seems to be pretty even. Critics have praised the chemistry between Bright and Camelli. Series is at its most endearing when the two are simply connecting, whether it's the normally confident Garrett gazing shyly at Hannah from across the crowded room, or the normally reserved Hannah confidently taking charge of their relationship. Praised the show for giving side characters their own moments to shine, in addition to its sensitive treatment of intimate assault, if you will, and consent. TV Guide also praises supporting cast, describing Garrett's teammates as an oasis of consent kings and supportive himbos in a culture that otherwise promotes toxic masculinity, commending the show for facing up to the unpleasant realities of SA in men's sports. Baker Whitelaw, noted that some of the show's rom-com tropes can feel, quote, a little too glossy and derivative, and that comparisons to Heated Rivalry are inevitable, but Garrett and Hannah's relationship is sincere enough to win us over. More critical reviews judged the dialogue and pacing, commenting the series does not fully realize the steamy potential of its source material. This person said off-campus graphic intimate scenes act as a little more than jarring snags before we're breezily back to our goofy, regular scheduled programming. So it's goofy, it's interesting, it's funny, it's romantic, and then you just have a wildly graphic scene in the middle of it. Interesting. Okay. All right. Little for everybody, I guess. All romance tropes are derivative, though. Yeah. That's where the critics and the whole critic thing is just like, all right. They're just trying to come across as smarter than they are. Or maybe they're just trying to come across as smart and witty and all that stuff. And it's just nonsense. What's really derivative is that description. Oh, gosh. Take critics with a grain of salt, right? It's interesting to hear what their consensus is, but on a 1-for-1, I'm not impressed. I don't take it to heart. Guardian. Off Campus is a global hit because it is a perfect turned on show, and I won't hear a word against it. What a title. Clearly you haven't seen Game of Thrones or Outlander, right? I've heard things about Outlander. It's not any less graphic than Heated Rivalry. In the past few years, the world has destroyed my interest in surprises. I can't do thrillers. I don't want suspense. I don't even like it when ads don't show the product until the end. I mean, that's true. That's totally true. It'll be like, you know, a dog riding an elephant. And then all of a sudden it's a fragrance commercial and you're just like, wait, what? I want to know exactly what's going to happen at all times, which is why I just rewatched Gilmore Girls 8 times. New Girls 6 times. Parks and Rec 17 times. So it was with some trepidation that I started watching Off Campus. A 20-something friend recommended it. Quote, "It's ruined intimacy for me forever," she yelled in my face. "I can't stop yearning. I'll never be happy again." Perfect, I said, still burnt by people telling me Emily in Paris is good. Ooh, shots fired. Do we have fans of Emily in Paris in here? I never planned to watch Off Campus. I had every intention of sitting down with Will and Grace repeats until I was dead. But its success was hard to ignore. People were talking about it at the shops, the gym, in my feeds. Prime reported it reached 36 million viewers in the first 12 days of streaming, third largest debut. Firstly, I don't know where they sent the off-campus casting department, but they earned their salaries and then some. Everyone in the show is the most beautiful person you've ever seen. Like if they were in a supermarket, you would follow them around and they're naked a lot. So this show is about abs. Tips. And those two things slamming together. I think I made it worse trying to censor it. Oh, God. I think I made it worse. The intimacy is much a part of the plot as it is in Heated Rivalry 2. It's not there for the sake of it being there. Gotcha. There's an element of care and compassion in the scenes. Yeah. Then if you're able to close your eyes, you realize there's a lot of story here too. At first, it seems like the classic fake to real lovers trope. As I mentioned, classic, right? Made famous by literally every movie in 2003. Come close when I tell you it isn't. It's not that at all. Said story centers on Garrett Graham. He's hot. Like Shane Hollander and Ilya Razanov walked so Garrett Graham could fly. Okay, shots fired at Shane and Ilya. We find out he's going to lose his scholarship if he doesn't pass a philosophy class. I missed this detail while I was Googling photos of Kameli in tank tops. Oh my gosh. He must have had like 1 credit left, right? And just took a BS class. Although I think philosophy would be an interesting class, right? I didn't take philosophy. I took psychology 101 as one of my gen ed classes. Enter Hannah, a stone cold fox who's a genius at whatever this class is. Also, she's in love with Justin, a musician who goes to this college, but is also famous? I don't know. His eyes are so blue, I lost consciousness. Justin barely knows Hannah's alive. Of course. Classic, right? Garrett doesn't understand how Kierkegaard could say there are 2 kinds of truth. It's a tale as old as time. Hannah agrees to tutor Garrett in his oiled-up frat house. In exchange, he makes Justin jealous by being strong enough to throw a middle-aged woman over his shoulder and carry her to the bedroom in that dream I keep having. So far, 10 things I hate about you. But Garrett and Hannah aren't really fake dating. That's not a spoiler. These 2 characters are so hot for each other. I've had to close my laptop more than once because I felt like I was intruding. There's no push-pull romance, none of that nonsense. No frustration, no waiting until the end of the season to find out if they'll do it. Off campus is 2 unfathomably gorgeous people breathing hotly on each other's necks. Until the credits roll. It's so GD beautiful. I tried to provide my age verification. Much like Heated Rivalry, Off Campus is different because it's turned on and lovely. It's tender and honest. It gives the characters backstory and agency, making their characters complex instead of irritating. Elle Kennedy, who wrote the books on which the show is based, knows her stuff. Because even while I was gasping for air while Garrett undressed, I was rooting for their love. They're smart. They're interesting. They're concerned with ambition and consent and one another's pleasure. They make those big eyes where you know their heart is trying to escape from their chest, but it can't penetrate the many layers of solid pectoral muscle. That is a sentence I never thought I would read. That is quite interesting. I thought I was listening to the audiobook. Honestly, it is. It is testing me. There's something about this structure that feels, despite knowing you would be nothing less than invisible in the presence of all these 10s. Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. Oddly attainable. Quote, this is how life should be. I screamed, dropping crumbs in the bed. Well, that's, oh gosh. Quote, I deserve to become the singular object of a handsome man's desire. Okay. Calm yourself, author. Calm yourself. Take a breath. Take a breather. Walk away from the computer. Show's deviation from the classic tropes is its greatest strength. Rather than manipulating its audience with 6 seasons of will they, won't they, it makes clear from the start that these two are endgame. Not because we know how the trope plays out, Kate Hudson wears a yellow dress, but because of their chemistry, as if it was made in the Big Bang. In this topsy-turvy world, it's a relief to have certainty, even if it's only this. There's drama, of course. There are misunderstandings and lost moments and other love interests, but there's never danger. I settled in like a stray cat, knowing I could simply watch this aggressively spicy connection unfold while making plans to acquire a life-size Garrett Graham cutout. Oh my God. Like Bridgerton, the newly announced second season will follow a different couple's story. Allie is a minx who in season 1 defied gravity in a J-Lo dress. Dean is a Baywatch-era blonde carved from marble. They're hot. They're keen. And I'm ready to once again enjoy the comfort of knowing 2 hotties in their 20s are going to bone into oblivion. That is legit. That is legit how this ends. I kid you not. That is just crazy. There it is. Bone into oblivion. The Guardian, don't get me, correct me if I'm wrong, The Guardian is kind of an entertainment source, right? It's not actual, like, hard news. Because I was reading that, and I'm like, there's no way this is written on anything other than, like, a gossipy gossip column kind of thing. That was absolutely crazy. Anna Ryan, Spargo Ryan, who wrote this, you got some explaining to do. This is The Guardian. Whew. Okay. Good Lord. Nyan, I'm with you. What off-campus teaches us about healthy masculinity, normalizing male conversations about friendship, feelings, and consent. Off-campus offers healthy examples of masculinity built on respect, humor, and connection. Having male characters discuss feelings, handle rejection, even cry, models healthy male behavior. Quote, we just don't need more role models, We need visible, authentic, relatable ones, said Tim Campbell. At first glance, Amazon Prime's hit show Off Campus might look like every other college sports drama, high-energy blend of athletes, parties, romance, etc. But look a little closer and something much more interesting is happening. The show doesn't just deliver love stories in hockey, it offers explicit examples of positive masculinity where no is respected without question. Male friends talk to each other about their feelings. Vulnerability isn't seen as a weakness. At a time when expectations around toxic masculinity and the so-called manosphere are increasingly celebrated by young men, Off Campus offers a refreshingly grounded alternative where masculinity is built on respect, humor, and connection. How does it dismantle the script? The way men talk to each other. You might expect there's plenty of humor, competitiveness, and bravado, but they also talk to each other about tougher topics such as relationships, feelings, mistakes, even consent. Traditional masculine norms can discourage vulnerability, leaving men isolated or emotionally unsupported, and this is particularly true of male athletes. Yet in off-campus, vulnerability is the norm, not the exception. Logan reassuring Garrett that he's not like his abusive father. Dean and Garrett reflection on the importance of safety and trust in relationships, healthy, non-toxic interactions are placed front and center. Talking about consent, one of the most striking things about off-campus is how it handles the issue of consent and treats it like an essential component of relationships and trust. For example, Garrett turns down Hannah when she's drunk because he recognizes that she's not able to consent. Instead of taking advantage of the situation or treating intimacy as a prize to be won at any cost, puts her to bed, looks after her. It shows that making this choice isn't weak or emasculating. On the contrary, it demonstrates strength of character, clear understanding of what's okay and what's not. Number 3, rejection doesn't turn to resentment. Culturally, men are often taught to interpret rejection as a challenge or a threat to their identity, fueling entitlement or aggression. Off-campus chose to flip the script on this scenario using the characters of Dean and Allie. When Allie says no to Dean while they're dancing during their first interaction, his reaction is telling. Clearly disappointed, but he doesn't lash out. He doesn't pressure her, mock her, speak negatively about her to his friends. He simply accepts it. Number 4, the men feel real emotions. Another myth challenged by Off-Campus is the stereotype that, quote, real men don't cry. In reality, men do express emotion, of course, particularly in contexts like sport. Yet even then, males are often still judged alongside their perceived level of masculinity. Found that even though many male athletes in this study in 2015 routinely express emotion, others judged these men's emotional expression by the extent that they are still perceived as masculine. In other words, it's okay to show emotion as long as you do it in a way that meets the typical idea of how a real man behaves. Several athletes in the study reported viewing crying as a sign of weakness, drew on the idea of sport being tough and masculine to explain why crying is incompatible with sports culture. Off-campus challenges this perspective, portraying the male athletes as strong and competitive, also feeling deeply. In short, Off-Campus doesn't tell men to stop being masculine or portraying masculinity as something negative. Instead, it offers a brilliant example of what positive, healthy male relationships can look like, provided we're willing to wave goodbye to the rigid expectations of the past. This was off of Psychology Today. That was Dr. Gil Harrop, registered forensic psychologist, specializing in the use of active bystandership, there we go, and psychological strategies to address problematic relationship behavior and tackle crime. Interesting. Seems like a very interesting show. Wow. It's a terribly trashy source. I hate it with a passion. What are we talking about? Are we talking about The Guardian? I don't trust any sources in the... Oh, The Sun. Yes. I've heard about The Sun. I think that one's the more like the rumors and stuff like that, right? It would be the equivalent to the U.S. version. What is that called? It is called... Oh, my gosh. It's one of those things at the grocery store that you can buy. Daily Mail's bad as well. Shoot, what is that called? It's like TMZ, right? Rumor Gossip Publications, page 6 rings a bell. Oh, People Magazine, National Enquirer. Those are the U.S. versions. Yeah, page 6. I heard of that. Who owns that? Is that the Sun? I can't remember. No idea. Well, I'll say this. Off Campus seems very interesting. It's only 8 episodes. Seems like the relationships are very forefront, very at the center. I like the fact that it's handled like Bridgerton, where every season is a different couple and you get to... Because it's only 8 episodes, and we know... I'm not going to go over it again, where I talk about 8 episodes and how I think it's not enough. But if you're sticking to one couple for 8 episodes, I think that's the right mixture. Obviously, you're still having side characters in there and their own little stories, but the main couple has to be front and center. Like, it has to be the main focus in 8 episodes. Otherwise, you don't get much of a story, right? It's too quick. So it's nice. It's good. I like that. It's one couple, but they set up the next leads. Smart. That's smart. Kind of blends into the other one. I like that. Yeah, it looks good. It looks really nice. It looks extremely good. I would say it's got a little bit of everything, frankly, from looking at it. It's got the intimacy. So if you're looking for that, it's got it. As that author pointed out, gosh, it's got the relationships. It's got a little hockey, a little sports. It's got the bros being bros. That's cool. It's seems like it's got some funny moments. Not afraid to be slightly edgy, apparently. And obviously tackle some very serious emotional trauma, which is good. Very relatable, or realistic, I guess. So yeah, it's got kind of a blend of everything. Sounds pretty good. All right, shall we? And we got more off campus coming. There's a lot more. Just check out the queue on toddreacts.com. You will see it. All the videos have been requested already. But let's go ahead and jump into the next one. This is going to be back to back. So we leave hockey, and then we also stay on the rink. We're not really leaving hockey. Shane and Ilya, heated rivalry. First video is entitled Love You Like That. Watch in HD and headphones for best quality. Well, I'm doing both. I want the highest of high quality. I did sociology. It made me lose faith and question every piece of media and its credibility. Yeah. I took a sociology class in summer school, I think. Very interesting. Everybody, it's tough to trust anything, honestly. It's kind of crazy. It's unfortunate to the point where you have to basically read and absorb as much as you possibly can to try to get every possible angle. That's just unfortunate. All right. Here we go. Shane and Ilya, Love You Like That.
This is such a bad idea.
What is? Party all done?
To the cottage.
Hollander.
What the fuck do you want, Rosanna?
You killed me, Wonder. I'm dead.
That was so fucking hot.
Do I make you curious?
Obviously.
Just kissing on my neck. I'm like, oh. Got your hands up on my chest. I'm like, oh. Kiss me till there's nothing left. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Like, really tear me apart. Come here. No, you come here. No, you come here.
Everything you do just turns me.
What is your room number? 1410? Come on, I want to see you.
6 o'clock in the morning, babe. Want you more than yesterday. Used to judge myself. Don't get good. I love you like that. Everything you do just turns me.
Why was that so hard? Because you like to be there.
This editor was like, watch this in high definition in headphones for the best quality. Oh my gosh.
Want you more than yesterday. Used to judge myself, now I don't care. 'Cause I'm wide awake. I don't need coffee.
Count the shirts in this edit.
I know you want me, that's the champagne. Sipping this slowly, getting to know you and me the same.
How did we let this happen? We were both very stupid and irresponsible.
And you're kissing on my neck. I'm like, ah. Got your hands up on my chest. I'm like, ah. Kiss me till there's nothing left. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That lamp almost got destroyed.
Tear me apart, but
I love you like that. Everything you do just turns me
I'm
on.
always thinking
I love you
about
like that.
this
Body in my mind.
slow fucking hockey player with beautiful freckles.
6 o'clock in the morning, babe. Want you more than you.
Slow hockey player.
Used to judge myself, now I
Still.
don't care.
Ilya, Nikis, you're cool. Shane, bonjour. That's French, Ilya. Good night, Shane. Good night, Ilya. It's not just me, right? You feel it too, don't you? It was nice, and it felt like we were something. I can't do this. We can't be something longer. How about I wish you were here right now? Я бы тоже хотел. Oh, I can barely describe it. Oh my God, all in the. Oh my God, I love you so much. Summer before.
That was Shane and Ilya, Love You Like That. Whoa. Link down below in YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. Let's check out their channel. They might have other edits. That's the word I was looking for. Edits. The heck? They might have other edits that might interest you. Idiots. What the hell? Oh, man. I might be more tired than I think. Good grief. All right. Let's bring up a bit of context here. Just pretty much all the sexy scenes on the show. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. Wow. Covered all the bases. Heated Rivalry tops. You're welcome. Well, thank you. Heated Rivalry tops. They know what they're doing. These authors, I think they know what they're doing. Right? Heated Rivalry tops Canadian Screen Awards with 16 wins. Holy crap. That's a lot of wins. Breaking news, the Canadians really like hockey. Hockey drama Heated Rivalry dominated the Canadian Screen Awards on Sunday night. Won the evening's top prizes, including Best Drama Series, Best Directing, and Best Writing in a Drama Series, and Best... Okay. We got to do some editing here. We need some editors, please. Best lead performer for Hudson Williams. Nice. Finished with a total of 16 awards from 18 nominations, a record. That is crazy. In comedy, the CBC Netflix Arctic sitcom North of North won Best Comedy Series. Who cares? We're here about Heated Rivalry. What else is here? Oh my gosh, get off. Get off me. I guess these are just all the winners. Big story is the fact that they won 16 out of 18. That is unbelievable. Best lead performer, drama series, Hudson Williams. Best drama series, Heated Rivalry. Pretty impressive. Extremely impressive. Sucks for Connor. Since he's American, he isn't eligible for any awards. Oh, that's right. It is the Canadian. Oh, dang it. Yeah, it is the Canadian Screen Awards. It makes sense. Show can't get nominated for an Emmy since the show is Canadian. Oh, that is brutal. Well, hey, they cleaned up there. That's pretty good. Dan Levy compares Heated Rivalry's success to that of Schitt's Creek. Both only exist because Canada saw value in them first. Levy was honored alongside Hannah, Noah Schnapp, Jane Lynch, and Heated Rivalry creator Jacob Tierney, and Critics' Choice LGBTQ plus celebration. The amount of news articles that have newsletters is just unbelievable. The amount of pop-ups, crazy. Critics' Choice Association started Pride Month festivities early as the organization hosted its third annual celebration of LGBTQ plus cinema and television on Friday in LA. The event recognized a star-studded lineup: Dan Levy, Noah Schnapp, Jane Lynch, Heated Rivalry creator, all receiving honors. That's cool. Love that. Currently on the Emmy campaign trail for his new show, Big Mistakes, opened up in a speech about his desire for queer people to be able to make Hollywood projects without the added weight of responsibility, knowing that what we make needs to work in order to make an impact, in order for more of our stories to be told. Imagine the bliss of making something knowing that there are so many queer stories being told that we can simply create for entertainment's sake, or better yet, fail and be given a second chance. He mused that often those running the industry think they know what they want until a Schitt's Creek or Heated Rivalry comes along and are met with huge audience demand. Levy also took time to point out that those are two shows that only exist because Canada saw value in them first. Two shows that have people clamoring to make more shows like them. But the truth is, we don't need more shows like them. We need more shows being invested in queer voices because when we make you money. He added a hope that Hollywood gets to a place where, quote, where the odds err in our favor and Canada doesn't have to always say, "I told you so," joking that his homeland is a very modest country. We hate bragging, but we will if we have to. There are no small parts in Heated Rivalry. 6 months since this was just posted a month ago, actually less than that, a couple weeks ago. 6 months since the smash hit arrived on streaming and consumed the world, 3 supporting stars of Heated Rivalry tell IndieWire how their lives have changed since the show. Last December, man, it's been that long. That's crazy. That's crazy it's been that long. Fans descended on the cottage, indeed, for the show's finale, and the obsession and dedication hasn't wavered since. 6 months after the show's first season finale premiered, contained episode that consummated the star-crossed romance of rivals turned lovers, ice hockey players. The impact of the hit Crave original is still ricocheting. Story and Williams became overnight sensations, doing the rounds, late-night shows, becoming talk of the town during the Film Awards season, launching endless new brand deals, and also, how about kind of left this out, but it's like they also carried the Olympic torch, which is just unbelievable. Imagine going from obscurity as an actor to carrying the Olympic torch. Like, what an insane rise that is. With season 2 expected to come in 2027. Oh, dang. Fervor around the show has not died down. Series 2 leads are not the only ones whose lives have been transformed. Supporting cast have also been embraced by the show's fervent popularity and mounting fan base. Such a spotlight of the wider cast isn't typical for a show, yet they are taking it in stride. Just a few days after a heated rivalry sweep at the Canadian Screen Awards, 16 in total, IndieWire sat down with key members. All right, we got Ksenia, played Svetlana. Canadian actress and model Ksenia, who you may have spotted in Adults and Robin Hood, plays Ilya's close friend and occasional intimate partner, Svetlana. Early on, got a taste of the fervent nature of heated rivalry fandom to come. Quote, one fan from Eastern Europe flew in for the premiere. The show wasn't even out yet, only a trailer. Character of Svetlana was a breakthrough for the actor. The role required an actor fluent in Russian and English, a detail that delighted the actor. Quote, I was so excited because I'm half Russian, but people often don't acknowledge it. It was a good showcase of another part of my cultural identity. Predominantly in scenes opposite Story, whom she refers to as an amazing scene partner, praised Tierney for forging a space where we just feel good as actors. Previously, she's experienced directors yelling at people, they're rude, they're always in such a rush. Tierney's set was different. He created such an amazing environment for us to really explore. Quote, there's a lot of attention, a lot more opportunities. Every young actor wishes for something like this, to be on a show that resonates, but also that is such a supportive fan base because that carries a lot of weight with casting. Even for indie projects, said that her growing following has aided her visibility. Quote, it's helping with stuff I want to do in the future. It's opening a lot of doors. I'm very grateful. Can't discuss details of the show's second season, of course. Shared that she would like to see what she would like to see for Svetlana. Quote, I hope she gets to meet Shane at some point. They could have a nice conversation. It would probably start a little hostile, but end very friendly. They're both very big hockey nerds, so that'd be a very cute scene. She teased you might see me in Sterling Point on Prime Video this summer. Callan as Hayden. Quote, I don't think anyone knew the scale or the impact of the show would have. It was a shock. Quote, even in casual conversation, when I say I'm an actor, there's a follow-up, have I seen you in anything? Quote, so many actors work so consistently, but it's not often that you have something that you can then say, I've really been fortunate that I've been pretty busy this year. It would be silly not to attribute a good portion of that to heated rivalry. Actor was in a play in Edmonton, Canada, when he got an Instagram DM from Tierney. Quote, you're my Hayden. Potter recalled the message reading, I hadn't heard anything, so I wasn't sure if I was being shortlisted. It was such a wonderful surprise. Imagine that. Imagine getting a DM that basically just said, you're the one we've been looking for. Yoink. Oh, man, that must feel so good. So good. What's up, mashed potatoes? Potter also praised the show's leading stars. Quote, obviously Hudson and Connor are killing it. They deserve all the flowers. It's this amazing turn of good fortune to be part of such an amazing Canadian production. Following Potter's appearance on the show, his following grew. In a nod to the plot point in Rachel Reed's The Long Game, he joined Cameo to deliver messages to fans who swarmed to get personalized message from the actor. If Tierney stays loyal to Reed's The Long Game, Potter will play a crucial part in the second season's conflict. Speaking about what, in theory, he'd love to see in season 2 for his character. I love a good argument scene. I love it when two characters have their position, and then it's a fencing match. It's so dynamic on screen. The actor also said he's keen to see, quote, a really beautiful overall emotional arc from the second season. That's awesome. That's really cool. Harrison as Connors. Brown originally auditioned for Hayden, but Tierney's team carved out the role of Connors for him. Quote, "I'm not in the position where I usually get offers," said of previous auditions. Quote, "When I retired from women's hockey, I didn't know where I fit in. Heated Rivalry was a really nice way to feel like I belong in this sport." That's awesome. That is really cool. Very, very interesting. Love it. Can I request a video to react to? Appreciate it. We do have, let me put that, actually. There we go. There it is. It blocks links in the chat. So that's the only one, basically, that can be in there. These are all member-requested videos. If you would like to join ToddReacts.com, certainly do so. Looking forward to it. Heated Rivalry review. These physically perfect people have so much intimacy, it's tedious. Ooh, bit of a yikes. 3 out of 5 stars. Somebody's not a fan. Not a fan. For those not aware, intimacy coordinators gained prominence in the aftermath of the Me Too movement when assorted testimonies from actors, largely female, made public and unignorable the shocking fact that actors and directors will often, largely always, try to get away with more than has been contracted for once they are without clothing. Within another person. An intimacy coordinator is there to help arrange the scenes and advocate for the actors. Think of them as somewhere between a bureaucrat and a contraceptive. Second of all, Heated Rivalry has a lot of intimacy in it, specifically intimacy between men, even more specifically, intimacy between young men who are an ice hockey star and bitter rivals on the rink, but irresistibly drawn to each other off it. They are Shane Hollander, of course, golden child, whose talent has been nurtured by fond parents from the get-go, and whose mother is his manager, signing him up for more lucrative brand deals and commercial shoots every time he sits down for a rest. And Ilya, of course, a product of a more brutal Soviet system, whose mother is gone, whose father drives his son relentlessly for the glory of Russia, and whose brother is a feckless waster, sponging off his sibling while also despising him for being gay. But in any romance, and however explicitly decorated, this is what Heated Rivalry remains. Like the Game Changers books by Rachel Reed, on which it is based, opposites attract. Intimacy is such a small part of the show. That's what kills me. The plot centers around them and their building relationship. As the show continues, the scenes get more intimate. By the end, the scenes are much more meaningful. That kind of makes sense, right? It follows the relationship. How it's very short, brief, I suppose, from what I've seen or what I've heard. And then it eventually turns into an actual romance, right? So it makes sense that it would start off with very little of it and then move into more and more prominence. It's just kind of interesting what this article's trying to say. Let me try to, I just want to get to the point of what's this person really getting at. After a while, here we go. After a while, however, watching people be intimate, however, perfect their bottoms. Okay, easy there, is undeniably tedious. And watching young men banter in between times, you're boring, says Ilya repeatedly. You're a jerk, basically. Shane generally replies, even more so. And though the hockey scenes are kept to a minimum, they're also far from fascinating. Interesting. Okay, this person, just when you are beginning to think, I would forsake some of Hunter's hard work here in favor of just a little character development or emotional investment, a serious relationship is introduced that provides just that. Shane's fellow hockey player, Scott, turns out to also be a closeted ice hockey player. And episode 3 is devoted to the beginning of what turns out to be a life-changing and life-enhancing relationship with a lovely man called Kip. Gives us something to hang on to while we wait for the main pair to grow up. Second half of the show lets them a bit. Intimacy becomes love, and intimacy and the banter improves a bit. Whether it's a reward enough for sitting through the first few hours is for you to decide. Rivalry has been a massive word-of-mouth hit. Since it was first released last year, so we will have to assume that for enough people, it certainly was. So this person, man, interesting. I think the problem lies, I'm trying to get to like their main negative points so we can kind of like consume that. I think the problem lies more in the fact that once you move past the relative novelty of the intimacy scenes being thrown on a mainstream series, there is only just enough of all the other stuff you need to make a good, rewarding story there. Maybe wine moms are too drunk to care. But, and I'm thinking of all those about to be caught up in the inevitable slew of copycat dramas to come, both actors and viewers deserve more. Interesting. So this person's calling the show a little hollow, I think, if I'm reading this correctly. And they're really not a fan of intimate scenes, apparently. Undeniably tedious. It's an interesting way to put it. This is a very interesting way to put it, isn't it? It seems a little... I don't know. I mean, you like what you like, right? Some people don't like violence. Some people do. Some people like intimate scenes to be in their content. Some people don't. Some people like, foul language. Some people don't. I guess it just is in the eye of the beholder. So this person sees it as tedious. Although it's kind of interesting and like, it makes sense that they would show it. Like, this show is about it. And you're also covering, the whole aspect of like hiding it and it being, just kind of short and to the point and whatnot. And then eventually love starts to grow. So it gets a little sweeter, gets a little more meaningful. I don't know. I think the main concept of it didn't quite land with the author of that article. Kind of strange. But, it is what it is, right? Everybody's got their own opinions. That is literally a fact. But yeah, I think it makes sense to have those scenes. I do. Oh. Agree to disagree, I suppose. All right, let's move on to the final reaction of the day. It is Shane and Ilya. You might have heard of them before. Shane and Ilya, Hollanov edit, Rivalry edit, Siren Sounds from Tate McRae. Let's pull that up and jump in, shall we? Here we go.
I wanna kiss you and I hate you and then leave instead. I wanna kill you, then I call you and say get in my bed. Been a full year now and we both know that it's bound to end. But kinda like just how hard it gets. So stay for the night.
Or you could stay.
It'll bury the crime. Tell me a lie. It'll buy us some time. One more minute, I'll burst down. Never I'll tell us to get out. But you in it, we keep living in a burning house. Might be crazy to stick this out, but we can't see our flames around. You in it, we're just dancing to the siren sound. don't show up. You can get cocky when you want me, and I say I'm done. Been up all year now, and we both know it's not good for us. But we both love the smoke in our lungs. So stay for the night. It'll bury the crime.
I think I like you maybe a little too much.
Tell me a lie.
We get together, we fuck. It's simple.
It'll buy us some time.
I like this edit. I like how they did that.
I'm coming to the cottage.
That conversation with Shane's parents at the cottage is one of the greatest scenes. It's just hilarious.
I love you too.
Amazing edit. Well done. Great song choice, too. Link down below. What is this Sterling Point? Oh, yeah, we just talked about that. One of the, that's why it's getting recommended. One of the actors from Heated Rivalry is actually in it. So, there you go. Link down below in YouTube video description. For the original video, go throw out some much-deserved love. Check it out. I'm sure they have other edits that might interest you, of course. Let's pull up some information. Not me closing it. There we go. Amber Glenn and Lena, maybe? Lemon's lesbian Heated Rivalry video is the sapphic retelling we deserve. If you ever looked at Heated Rivalry and thought, quote, I wish we had a version of this about ice skating and women, your wish has sort of been granted. On Monday, HBO released a love letter to the hit hockey show from the Olympic figure skating champion Amber Glenn and influencer Lena Lemon in the form of a short but seriously impactful enemies to lovers style video. And yes, it is set to all the things she said.
Next to the ice, gold medalist Amber Glenn.
I definitely see it. Videos racked over 226, well, at this point, 288,000 likes in less than a day, and the comment section is absolutely flooded with people demanding a proper series. Quote, okay, order up 6 episodes or something, we're ready. Another remarked, quote, now this is the Heated Rivalry I'd watch. The Yuri on Ice we were all hoping for. Amber stars in a promotion for Heated Rivalry and HBO Max. Promo? Give me this. I don't want to see those men. I want the women. Finally, this song is being used for Yuri as it was intended. Despite framing this as being promo for Heated Rivalry, what it actually reveals, what we already knew, is that audiences are still clamoring for sapphic stories, specifically sapphic stories that aren't just perfectly respectable, healthy relationships in a PG-rated setting. Heated Rivalry getting the creative freedom, promotion, and viewership that did should be a huge win for queer storytelling, but it's yet to be seen whether Hollywood execs get the memo. In fact, so far, the lesson Hollywood seems to have taken from Heated Rivalry's success is that people like hockey. I mean, that's true. That's true. That is true. Let's not lose that fact. But also, yes. Now we're left with a slew of heterosexual hockey stories on the docket while queer fans sit here pointing at a 70-second promo video screaming, "This is what we want." While it's interesting distinction that Rivalry was actually made for Canadian streamer Crave and merely distributed by HBO Max in the US, if HBO Max really wanted to step up their game, they would jump on this opportunity to give us the toxic lesbian rivals show of our dreams. Just promise you won't cancel it after one season. Yeah. That I love how that's included. That's like guaranteed. Guaranteed this day and age. Oh my gosh. Heated Rivalry is heating up the New York City theater scene. If you're patiently or not so patiently waiting for season 2 to come out, our best way to get your fix in the meantime, let me go ahead and make that bigger. There we go. Is by reheating season 1 of the hit HBO Max show and reading, obviously, the books. Second best way is being a theater fan, since the Canadian hockey romance series centered on a secret relationship between two fictional major leaguers exploded into a global sensation. Multiple of its stars have found their way from the Canadian ice to New York City's theater district. There was even an unofficial Heated Rivalry stage adaptation off Broadway, the first of multiple to debut around the world. We've rounded up all the ways that Heated Rivalry and theater worlds have crossed over so far, and we're sure there will be many more. Interesting. Heated Rivalry, the unauthorized musical parody, debuts off Broadway. Now that sounds funny. They make something new out of the story without losing its heart, and they take that assignment just a bit more seriously than the genre requires. Broadway stars Jim and Moon and J. Armstrong Johnson play the stick-crossed lovers. That's funny. Shane Hollander and Ilya Rozanov, whose story is set to cheeky original tunes like Big Cold Heart and Jim's Song, If You Know, You Know. New extended through November 1st. Well, there you go, if you're in New York City. The musical is the first of multiple Heated Rivalry parodies on stage. Unaffiliated show called Deep Heat Rivalry will come to London in fall 2026. There you go. Francois Arnaud makes his Broadway debut in 3 Days of Rain. When it comes to Heated Rivalry TV stars actually performing on Broadway, Francois was skyrocketed to fame for his performance as Scott Hunter. Hudson Williams spotted in the audience and the rehearsal room. Visited the recently closed drama Giant, starring Tony and Olivier winner, John Lithgow. Connor Story attends Proof in February. That musical parody is probably so dang funny. I guarantee it's funny. It's gotta be. I'm sure there's many moments that someone could just satire and make fun of and make light of. Joel Kim Booster says Hollywood has learned the wrong lessons from Heated Rivalry. The actor says the industry is doubling down on hockey, not queer representation. That makes total sense to me, doesn't it? Total sense. There's no doubt that Heated Rivalry has been a massive success that has launched the careers of multiple actors, including Connor Story, Hudson Williams, Francois Arnaud. But while Hollywood usually loves to capitalize on a hit with a cavalcade of copycats, that doesn't exactly seem to be the case with Rivalry. Joel Kim Booster argued that rather than make more queer romance, Hollywood has somehow decided the key takeaway is more hockey, a lot more hockey. There are now 6 hockey shows in development. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. That's so funny. 6 hockey shows in development. I'm not even complaining. I like hockey. I really do. I grew up watching it. Lived pretty close to Canada. We had Canadian television station. Used to watch Hockey Night in Canada religiously every Saturday. But yeah, that's so funny that they took that away from this. Gosh. None of them gay. It's like, guys, I think it wasn't the hockey that was the big issue. Following Rivalry's massive success, Prime Video premiered, obviously, ice hockey romance show Off Campus, which broke records for the streamer, while Netflix is now adapting the novel Icebreakers, another, you guessed it, heterosexual ice hockey romance. There are even a number of hockey documentaries coming down the pike, including one from Jay Bruchel? I have no idea how to say that. About in-game fighting, and a Prime Video docuseries Hometown Giants about a small-town junior hockey team owned by Michael Bublé and Drew Scott. I'm sorry, what? But who is to blame for all this hockey content that won't let us... I don't even know what that is. No idea what that is. Not going to say it. According to Booster, it's a top-down issue which starts with the queerphobia coming from the Trump administration, blah, blah, blah. Chilling effect had on Hollywood greenlighting. People are really frightened. Staying away from any sort of political banter. Hollywood shouldn't ignore the power of a good... what is this? Some moment. But given the He Rivalry has continued to break records for HBO, even after its season 1 finale. It just, yeah, it doesn't make sense. It makes no sense how this is not, like, being taken and ran with, especially on HBO, by the way. If HBO is hosting it, wouldn't you think they would know that it's doing well and then take it and run with it kind of thing? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Especially since HBO is known for taking risks. Taking risks. They have taken a lot of risks over the years. And this seems like less of a risk because it's like a known commodity. You have a massive audience for this. It just doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Very interesting. I bet that musical parody is so freaking funny. I keep coming back to it because I'm like, after seeing a very Potter musical and reacting to that, it's just so good. So good. I can only imagine. I don't know if I would rather go to off-Broadway than Broadway itself, but I think so, honestly. I think so. Maybe it's a little cheaper, too, which is good if you're trying to, watch your pennies. But, yeah, amazing. Amazing, amazing indeed. I hope you all had a fun time. I know I did. Thank you so much for being here. If you were here live, shout out to you. If you're watching later, I hope it's been good to you. I look forward to seeing you all soon. If you'd like to request and guide the stream, control the stream, however you want to consider it, toddreacts.com is the website. Sign up today, all that good stuff. Follow the Twitch channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, of course, as always. What did I miss? Join the Discord. Join the Discord. We'll be having the Discord stream tomorrow. Discord stream is tomorrow morning for me. It might be nighttime for you, but if you join the Discord, check out the events tab. You can actually see the time localized to your time zone, so you won't miss it. So join the Discord. We'll be in there having a wonderful stream. You'll be seeing a video tonight go up, and also last month's Discord stream go up on YouTube tomorrow. So lots of content coming your way. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. All right, everybody. I will see you here on Wednesday if I don't see you in the Discord tomorrow. Have a great weekend. Take care. Stay safe out there. Bye-bye, everybody.